What Deku with Black Part 2, guys. So let's get into it. So yeah, Deku's basically born. Sorry guys. I left off where Deku went back to his crib after the first day of UA. Now Deku goes back to what was it? Sorry guys. Goes back to UA the next day. Walks into class one day. Everything is okay for the rest of the day until they get to their hero course. They're in class, and out of nowhere, all my bus in class explains to the class they're doing combat training. They get handed their hero costumes, and Deku's hero costume is a lot more different. Deku's hero costume doesn't really serve a purpose other than being extremely durable for Deku because Deku has no, defense quirk on his body. So Deku's suit is mainly focused around being bulletproof and fireproof, and this suit is extremely durable. So if Deku got stabbed in this suit, it would be dampened just enough so it wouldn't be able to hit any vital organs. So Deku's suit is mainly just focused around being extremely durable without, being too bulky and clunky. And Deku's bottom outfit of his bottom fit of his outfit is mainly focused around, getting around fast, like running. So everybody's teamed up the same, and Deku gets inside of the building and tells Ochaku to stay with him, and pretty much they sprint off. So they're sprinting down the hallway, and they get stopped by Bakugo, and Bakugo, off the bat, throws a huge explosion at Deku. Deku dodges it, and Ochaku gets hit with it instead. Deku looks so good. Chaku runs over to her, picks her up, and says, "Are you okay?" She says, "Yeah." And Deku says, "You're gonna pay for that, Blondie." And Bakugo says, "Yeah, whatever," and throws another explosion towards Deku. Deku dodges it, and pretty much summons a gun and starts shooting it towards Bakugo. Bakugo dodges one bullet, but gets shot with the other three bullets in his gauntlet thing. Bakugo takes it off, seeing that the gauntlet thing is about to explode, and chucks it right at Deku. Deku summons a bat and pretty much chucks it off away from him. It explodes right in the middle of Bakugo and Deku and blows them back together in separate ways. Deku gets pushed back with Ochaku, and Bakugo gets pushed back into another wall. So Deku gets up and sees this happening and summons Cloud's sword from the video game. Deku starts slicing and dicing towards Bakugo, eventually getting a clean cut in Bakugo's chest. Not, cutting inside of him, but, making a large enough cut to push Bakugo back. Bakugo throws a bigger explosion towards Deku. Deku dodges it and pretty much summons Captain America's shield and blocks the next attack from Bakugo. Bakugo grabs the edge of the shield and chucks it off of Deku. Deku sees this happening and summons pretty much a Sai and starts, going straight for Bakugo. Deku summons a bow staff and then, starts, fighting 1v1 with Bakugo, hitting him in his knees and arms. Eventually, Deku summons nunchucks and start, pretty much beating the snot out of Bakugo, hitting him at different angles. Eventually, summoning a katana and going for a cut straight into Deku. Straight into Bakugo's other gauntlet. Bakugo sees this, dodges it, and pulls his gauntlet right at Deku's side. Because he did do a roll over while Deku missed his stab. Deku saw this and summoned his Captain America shield one more time, pinning it on his side of his body, making him be pushed in the other wall, pushing through about two walls, and being into a different window. Room. Yeah, that's right. Going to a different room. So Deku, seeing this, pretty much took another attack towards Bakugo. Deku grabbed a... What would it be again? Yeah, Deku summoned, I think, I haven't seen Star Wars in a long time. Oh, Lifesaver. Okay, he summons a lifesaver, and starts to push Bakugo back. Bakugo starts jumping back and seeing that the Star Wars trilogy does exist in the My Hero Academia universe. So Bakugo does know what Deku summoned. So Bakugo starts dodging and dodging what Deku's Deku's trying to cut Bakugo with. Bakugo dodges a couple more times, eventually getting to a certain point that he's about to, put his final attack in. But Deku does a 180 on him and summons one of the most deadliest weapons in Marvel or fictional comic history. Deku summons the Infinity Gauntlet on his fist. Deku, since since Deku can summon any weapon, fictional weapon that includes, Deku basically has a little bit of limitations towards some items, and that item goes for the Infinity Gauntlet. So Deku can only use the Infinity Gauntlet once a day for each of the stones. So, say for instance, Deku uses the Infinity Gauntlet for the Mind Stone. Deku can only use that trick for once a day. The next day, he can use the Time Stone for the Infinity Gauntlet. Pretty much one at a time. And Deku cannot summon the Infinity Stones separate. So yeah. So Deku, pretty much summons the Infinity Gauntlet and uses the, Power Stone to push Bakugo about a mile out. The push Bakugo so far that he almost gets pushed out of the building and falling to his death. Bakugo was like beaten and bruised and just knocked out completely. Deku sees this and pretty much smirks at this. Deku sees that the Infinity Goblet fades away, and Deku sprints off. Deku picks up Ochaku, says, "Is she okay?" That other jazz. Deku sprinting back in action, runs straight for pretty much Ida, right up into the stairs, holding Ochaku by the arm. They get into the building, and Deku does a whole hard Ninja Turtle move, grabs pretty much Ochaku by the wrist at the same time as she grabs Deku by the wrist, and they do a whole entire spinning move, and Ochaku gets chucked right at Ida, landing on top of Ida just long enough for Deku to get close to the bomb. But when they unexpectedly notice, um, Deku looks back and he sees Ida kick Ochaku off of him, and then Ida sprint straight for Deku. Deku in a short amount of time is about to summon, his Infinity Goblet one more time, but he can't, and summons another weapon just as similar as it, Mjolnir, and pretty much just chucks it on top of Ida, and Ida can't move anymore because it's on top of Ida. Deku grabs the bomb or touches it, and hero team wins, villain team lose. So everybody's, sorted out, and Deku's crowned the MVP. Everybody's looking at Deku's quirk, seeing that it's really strong, and Momo goes over to Deku and says that your quirk is really like mine, and it's so much more powerful. Deku says, yeah. But Kirishima goes over to Deku and says, so you can summon items that aren't even real? Deku said, yeah, I can summon fictional items. Kirishima says, I loved Power Ranger when I was a kid. Can you summon the Green Lanterns, the Green Ranger's knife? Deku says, you mean the Dragon Blade? He says, yeah. I don't watch it anymore, but I liked it when I was a kid. Deku summons the Dragon Blade and chucks it towards Kirishima. Kirishima grabs it, and if you don't know this yet, Deku can make items and then give them to other people so they can use them as their own. So Deku can't do that with the Infinity Gauntlet though. So Deku pretty much gives it to Kirishima. Kirishima's psyched and pretty much just waving it around. They're about to whistle on it, but Deku takes it back and says, I don't think you should do that. And says unsummons it and makes it go away. So after that, Deku's crowned the MVP, and everybody gets a little bit more, like towards Deku, and a lot more girls in class, get that get a little bit jealous of Chaku and Momo. So Deku walks off, and Momo asks Deku for pointers on it, on how to use your quirk. Now Deku basically did train his physical body to handle training and combat training because his quirk is really strong, but it's really built for hand-to-hand combat. But Deku says, Chaku, all you gotta do is be creative with your quirk. If you can make something strong, you can be strong. And Momo go like, what? Deku offers to train Momo to, master her core creation. She agrees, and after that, Deku says, oh, well, I gotta go back home, and walks off. Now, Deku goes back home and gets met at the front door by Momo. Because if you don't know this yet, I'm pretty sure I think I told you guys this in the first one. The house Deku bought was on the Momo Yaoyorozu residence, and Momo showed up at the front door with Jiro and Chaku. Deku was confused and then said, "Well, come in." And they sit down and and they ask Deku to train them. Deku says, "Wait, my quirk is completely different from Chaku and you, Jiro. So why do you want me to train you? Train us in physical combat." Chaku needs some physical training, and I do too. And Momo wants to, already asked about her, using your, both of your, item creation quirks. Deku said, okay. So pretty much, Deku tells him, okay, well, I'll train you, and agrees. So Jiro says, well, let's see, tomorrow Deku says, okay, and Jiro says, okay. So Jiro grabs Deku and says, so, you want to do anything? And pretty much all of them do it. It's a whole entire thing. So, guys, go down in the comments and pretty much ask me if you want me to ship anybody else in this, kind of a harem situation. And you already know what they did in that house. So let's move. So this is the end of the what if. See you guys later. Bye. Um, part 3 coming out soon. See you guys later. Bye.